We're in Newport in Wales, in the heart of the city. Oh, I thought I knew where I was going. Must be this way. I'm trying to get over that bridge. God's sake, I'm so bad at navigating. Talk to me. No, this is the other way. So 30k, 32k to Severn Bridge, and then we're in England. It is about, it's 10 a.m. Where the fuck? I thought this was going to be obvious where to go. Jesus Christ. That roundabout. Let's go on the right side. Ah, that's a roundabout. It doesn't even look like a roundabout. It's so big. To go left here. Jesus Christ. That big city to be more navigable. But it's still a shit show. This isn't even a fucking path. Fuck's sake. Google, you've done it again. Yeah, that's the bridge. And then it's a straight line from there. I can't get lost again. Famous last words. But yeah, so I walked about 3k before I started recording to get to McDonald's to have some breakfast. Had an absolute nightmare of a night. Worst campsite you'd ever see. It was it's basically a traveller's stables, and he just had a bit of AstroTurf to sleep on. But there was just people all around me that were clearly homeless, just living there, you know. Which, whatever, you know. You wouldn't mind it normally, but like the smallest amount of space I've ever had. The whole place was filthy. It was just disgusting. Even this morning, I didn't even want to take a piss there. I left without just because I just wanted to get out there as quick as possible. yeah, nowhere to like, no kitchen area or anything. Obviously, barely had a shower. I had to go down to a different caravan site nearby that he was mates with. Yeah, and then even I'm setting my stuff on the AstroTurf, and just see little bits of shite on it, like look like rabbit shit, like. So I was like, that's lovely. And then luckily I bought a little thing of pasta from Tesco. It's a lunch menu thing that you can eat cold. So as soon as I got there, I'm just eating that. I was already like, it was only 6 p.m, but I'm like, I'm just eating this, having a shower and going to bed. And then I'm eating that, and there's a caravan beside me that a girl gets out of, and she has this huge dog that takes the big scuttery shite right beside my tent as I'm eating. It's just horrible. Then, to be fair, you know, she had the bag and trying to pick it up, but it wasn't solid, so she came back some water and stuff, but just in general, it was just all disgust. Bits of broken plastic everywhere. It's just horrendous. And he charged me 20 quid for it. Just compare that to the night before for 20 quid. It's just somewhere to sleep, that's all I can say. I didn't realise how much I was into Newport, to be fair. Because when you get to big cities, it's always going to get worse. So look, it is what it is. It's done now. Yeah, so I wanted to get it's the biggest city I've been in. I just wanted to get a bit of towns for you. I was watching back that episode yesterday, just a quick one, last night, and the park was nice and all, but it could have been anywhere. I should have recorded later in the day. I went through some kind of towns with the hills in the background and all. You know, again, that park was nice, but it could be anywhere. Like, that park could be in the middle of Belgium, you wouldn't know. So it's just nice here to get a bit of Wales, you know. But I did take some nice pictures, so if you want to see that, just check out the Instagram. I don't mind talking to myself as much here because I've already seen loads of bleeding. I've seen a few, you know, I mean, in towns you see a lot of people talking to themselves, shall we say. And yeah, I was really hoping to watch them close last night, as always. But that was a no-go, so. And I was hoping to make good time this morning, which I was. I left real early, before 8 a.m. But, as I didn't eat much last night, then no breakfast, just no energy, so I had to go to McDonald's. But also to charge my phone, because that was getting low. And it might be the same crack tonight with nowhere to charge it, but we'll find out. Maybe I should have went left there, fuck. Sorry, man. 30. No, we're good. Well, are friendly, they always say hi. We have no clothes, so I'm wearing an old t-shirt, old socks, which is really bad for the athlete's foot and the likes. And I got my long trousers on because they're the only ones that were clean. They're kind of running trousers, but still, it's the hottest day in the last like 4 or 5, sun's coming out. So just want to power through, get there, and get everything sorted. I stayed in that campsite was because I wanted to have a full day to go around Newport and get all the stuff I needed. There was actually a bike shop right beside it, so I got spare inner tubes, and somewhere else I managed to get cable ties for the tent poles, so they were the two big ones. And yeah, it's all sorted now, which is good. I don't really need to potter around here, just blow through it. I do need camping gas, but I have a little bit left, so I'm just going to get through here and get some in Bristol, the next town. So I woke up this morning and so there was like two caravans beside where I was tenting, and there was one big tent. But you could tell straight away, even though I couldn't see the people in it, that they were living there, you know. So this morning about 7 when I got up, I could hear them talking. But I get out of me, I get out of the tent and I see it's just this guy, and he's got a wheelchair with like bags all over it, big blue shopping bags. Yeah, he goes, so what are you doing? You're traveling around? I told him running across Europe. Literally, I hadn't even finished that sentence and he goes, I went around the UK. Says he spent 3 years walking around the UK because he had a wheelchair, he was sitting in it, but then he stood up, so he just kind of had the wheelchair like I have this buggy. But straight away I wasn't sure if I believed him. He was just a funny looking character, real old, at least 50s, probably 60s, and he had a blazer on with a tie. Now again, we're sitting in a traveller's campsite, he's home in a tent, but he's got the blazer and the tie on. Says he walked around the UK, it took him 3 years, which I don't know, wouldn't surprise me if he did it. But then he started saying how he's while he's here he's studying, what did he say, something to do with history and science. Then it was science and history on the campsite, like when there's nothing there. And then he said something about a documentary being made about him involving Ant and Dec. Sorry about that. Thanks. I think he was recording. Yeah, so I was saying there's a documentary with Ant and Dec, but I was in such a get up and get out of there mood, and I knew he was full of shit. Just didn't bother any follow-up questions, just like, oh yeah, there you are. Even there was a woman with him who was just kind of stayed in the tent. She didn't say anything, looked like she was, you know, on drugs or something. But she kind of gave me a look when he said about Ant and Dec, and she could tell I didn't believe him. She was giving me that look like, yeah, you're right not to, you know. Wow. I need to get my cap on. There's a lot of sun. So yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I definitely seem to have made the right choice going over that mountain a few days ago. It's been a lot easier to navigate. Now, after I get out of Newport, it's going to be a big main road, but I'm hoping we got psychopaths and the likes. Yeah, I know I'll look back in Wales fondly, but I am dying to get out of here. And yeah, today's day 21, so 3 weeks, 2 countries. Not too bad. I think we're not done with the hills either. Not as extreme as it was, but still a bit up and down. Like 2 days ago, I think. I don't think I said this to you. I was going through this quiet town and there was an outfit that kind of looked like that guy there. He was on the other side of the road and he just stopped, fully like following me, watching me, and I was a good bit past him. And then what did he ask? He goes, somebody goes, "There's a baby in there," you know. Not my best Welsh accent, but he goes, "There's a baby in there." I was like, "Nah, we can't be here," shouting back to him like I'm that far away. It's like I'm running to Istanbul. He just like, he took like what seemed like 10 seconds, big long pause, unusual, and it just made me die laughing. I was just like, you can say that again. yeah, this will be 2 countries down now. And I was just thinking, like, the most memorable part of Wales is definitely going over that mountain. But that was kind of the same in Ireland as well. So as much as you love a bit of flat and getting some miles in, you just can't beat mountains. Thanks, bud. I just had a quick look at the amount of miles I've done in Wales compared to what I thought it would be, and I think it's going to be about 50 kilometers more. So like, it's hard to fully gauge how long it'll be the full trip. So to Google, I've done the three journeys across Ireland, UK, and then the rest of Europe, and that added up to about a little over 4,000 but I added on 500 just because I think that's what, with a bit of zigzagging and going to campsites, that's what it'll end up. And I think Wales gonna end up taking a good chunk of that. Checking the time. be about 8 kilometers by the time I finish this video. And then the campsite I picked out was 42 kilometers away from the start point. But I was looking at it there in McDonald's. I'm not sure it has PowerPoint showers. It's so hard to tell. I don't know why. But so there's one that's 32 kilometers. It's kind of on the way. So I might, but that's kind of the same, saying no, it doesn't look great for charging your phone or that. So I will probably pop into the first one just so I have a choice, and if it's useless I'll go to the second one, because I'd like to get a good bit of miles in today. But again, the priority is logistics, clothes, charge your phone, the lights. The run is the easy part of this thing. Jeez, I can't get over that site last night. I felt dirty just from being there. I didn't want to take any pictures because I'd obviously be taking pictures to take the piss out of them, you know. Okay, bueno, to end it there. Yeah, battery's gonna die anyway. Alright, see you in England. Thanks for watching.